Yes people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back with another video. As Manchester United look close to signing Jadon Sancho, we now hear rumours about the players that could be leaving Manchester United as a result of this move. Anthony Martial, Donny van der Beek are a number of those names that have been spoken about in the press as potentially leaving Manchester United, and we'll be reacting to that news in this video today. I want you guys to get your opinions in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts on the story that we discuss, and of course make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, and of course joining if you can as well to become a member of AdamMcKola TV and to support the channel. But let's get stuck into this story. Now it comes from ESPN. There's a few other places that have picked up on this story, and what it says is Manchester United's Anthony Martial, Donny van der Beek are at risk as Solskjaer plans a rebuild via their sources. So it comes from ESPN sources, and he says some Man United stars could be at risk as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer plans a summer revamp of his squad. Inquiries made by agents and intermediaries over the availability of players like Martial and Van der Beek have been met with a response from the club that every player has a realistic valuation. Then it goes on to say Solskjaer expects the bulk of his core group to stay, but that realistic offers for squad players will be considered. Van der Beek endured a difficult first season at Old Trafford. Obviously, he is a squad player at the moment. Anthony Martial, on the other hand, obviously didn't have a great season, hadn't featured since March due to a knee injury, but the season prior to that was Players' Player of the Year and the club's top goal scorer, wearing the number 9. Obviously, there's pressure on him, but him being a squad player, I'm not too sure about that, but he is being linked as well with a move away. And one of the things that's confusing about this is it says United are close to wrapping up a deal for Jadon Sancho, and that the increased competition for a place in like, what I don't get about this Jadon Sancho deal is a lot of people running around saying it's a player that we don't need, or we need signings in other positions more. We've been crying out for a right winger since Valencia became a right back. So I don't get that opinion. People talking about Mason Greenwood not going to be able to get enough minutes. He's been playing on the right, yes, and he can continue to get games on the right when Jadon Sancho doesn't play or whatever. But also this means that he can get more game time through the middle. Now that's obviously where Anthony Martial probably comes into it, that you've got now Cavani and Greenwood and yourself fighting for that position through the middle. But it would be a disastrous decision by Manchester United if you were to let Anthony Martial go because Jadon Sancho is coming in. Now, I'm a fan of Martial's, but if United wants to sell him to raise funds to go for an Erling Haaland or another striker, Harry Kane or whatever, cool, I get it. But if this is just because Jadon Sancho's coming in, then I don't get it. Why would you weaken your squad? Why would you go into the season with your only 2 recognisable strikers as Cavani and Greenwood, one a very young striker and Cavani a striker that's at the back end of his career? I think Cavani will go into the season being our main number 9, and Martial should be looking to fight for his spot in the team and become that main number 9 again. And after last season, he will have to do that. But I think it would be a poor choice to, one, just go, all right, forget it. This isn't working, because one bad season in a pandemic, no pre-season, and he has to take personal responsibility for it, and he has to improve. But to weaken our squad that much without replacing him just because Sancho's coming in, you wouldn't see Manchester City doing that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, all right, we've got a striker. So I know they've been linked with selling players to raise funds to buy, but they always have 2-3 quality players in each position. And Manchester United have to build a squad to do that. And if you've got Cavani, Rashford, Sancho, and then you've got Greenwood, Martial, Daniel James, Amad Diallo, that's enough there for you. But if you're weakening it further, imagine an injury to Greenwood or Cavani. You've absolutely had it, and United ain't getting a striker this summer. So I think it would be a disastrous decision. From the Martial side of things, he has to come into this season looking to prove himself. He would have been gutted to be left out of the Euro squad, but him getting a rest hopefully will benefit him coming back into the season, pre-season, and get going next season, because the following summer is when I really do expect United to be in the market for a striker. And that's when you're going to be looking at and saying, right, do we just cash in on him now? To do it this summer, I think, would be daft, especially when you look at how much money are you going to get for him. With this talk about Spurs, possibly, he's not going to want to go Spurs. Spurs aren't going to pay him the wages he's on at United. They're not going to give us a fee that's reasonable. Why should we strengthen Spurs' hand and enable City to be able to buy Harry Kane by giving Spurs a replacement? Like, I wouldn't be even get involved in that kind of deal. And if you're looking abroad to sell him, to raise funds, all right, let's say you sell Martial, you bring in a striker, or you bring in a Grealish or someone like that, let's say, then you're looking abroad, how much money are you going to get for him abroad after his worst season? So I don't think that's going to happen. And when you look at this story, it seems like it's just putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like anything in regards to Anthony Martial being seriously linked with a move, although I think clubs will be interested. Diogo Dalot, Andreas Pereira, Jesse Lingard, Van der Beek possibly, but again, I don't think Ollie will give up on him. These are the things, like, Ollie actually likes Anthony Martial, and with us not buying a striker, I don't think he'd then just go, right, I'll just give up on him now. Same with Donny van der Beek. Well, you could argue he probably doesn't like him by the amount that Donny van der Beek started, but he had an injury towards the back end of the season. Do we give up on him now and sell him? Like, we bought him for what, 40 million last summer. We're not going to be able to get that back now. I think you're better placed to keep him and look to get more out of him next campaign. But we do need to trim the squad. I see that being the likes of Andreas, Jesse, Diogo Dalot, etc. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below though. Do you think we should be selling Martial, Donny van der Beek to raise funds? But from the sound of this article, if it's true, which again I doubt, if it's true, it seems like it's because we're buying Jadon Sancho, and that would not be a good place to be in. It wouldn't surprise me with the Glazers, but if we're signing Sancho and then we're going, oh right, we don't need Martial now, we're moving backwards. We need to be strengthening the squad. We need to be getting a squad that's able to compete on, 3-4 fronts in all competitions, hopefully for the Premier League and the Champions League. And by selling one of your strikers, your main strikers, despite his bad season last season, and not replacing him, you're not moving forward. You're going backwards, and you've solved one problem but created another problem. And like I said, this doesn't seem to suggest we'd be looking to replace him. Also says Axel Tuanzebe could be going on loan, which again wouldn't surprise me at all. Let us know who you think could be on the way out this summer in those comments below. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Keep it locked to AdamMcKola TV. For now, I'm out of here.